How you doing? This is Ivan from Bitesize Wisdom for Busy People, and I'm back to share another idea to live a happy, conscious life. Today, our quote is by the famous Stoic philosopher Epictetus. The quote is, "The chief task in life is simply this, to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Where do I look for good and evil? Not to uncontrollable externals, but within myself to the choices that are my own." So I like this quote just because for anybody that's on the self-development journey, that's one of the major things that we have to deeply realize is that anything external to us, we ultimately don't control. So we have to learn to let go of that. We have to learn to basically not worry about that. And what can we control, as the quote says. So ultimately, our biggest freedom internally is not to react. So as we meet the external events of our life, inwardly, we will have old ways of thinking, our old memories, our old experiences that will arise in response to these external situations. And essentially many of us, because we are identified to our minds, to our thoughts, and we derive our sense of identity from these various aspects, we will be reacting in an unconscious manner. So we will be meeting our present situation with conditioning from the past. So on our journey, we learn to see that our greatest freedom is not to react inwardly. That is our greatest freedom, is to see how we are meeting this external event and to not identify with our reactions. And by not identifying with our reactions, we are then free to respond in a more conscious manner. So as we continue our spiritual journey, our self-development journey, we learn to distinguish what we can't control, here the external, and then also internally we learn to slowly disidentify from all the aspects that are essentially not our identity, our real identity, and we learn to be more in tune with our higher self. So as we disidentify from these false identifications, we slowly become more aware and more in tune with our higher nature, which here I will say is just beingness. Our sense of beingness is the most beautiful thing. So as you start to disidentify from your intellectual mind, from your emotions, from your body, you will slowly start to recognize that your ultimate identity is beingness itself. So as you become more established in just being your beingness, then as you live your life, your actions will be arising from beingness itself. And because it is arising from beingness, they will be free. Your actions will be free and fresh. And this is the optimum way to be in life. So you will, as the quote says, you will not worry about the external world. And because you're no longer worried about the external world and you are established in your beingness, then you will be flowing with life. And that's where you want to be. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that quote. I hope you can find something that you can use on your journey. And until next time, wherever you are in the world, take care. Much love and peace.